Welcome to the next module of Mortgage University. Again, I'm Wesley Wyrick with the Wyrick Mortgage Group, and today you're under contract. Now what? Let's talk about it. So congratulations, you're under contract for the purchase of your home, and what this means is you've actually drawn up a purchase agreement and you've worked out terms with the seller of the home, and you are moving forward with buying that house. Now what? So on the mortgage side, you have some things that the realtor is going to help you out with home inspections, termite, stuff like that. I don't want to talk about any of that. For any of those questions, please reach out to your realtor. They are there to help you out with that. But let me tell you about how the mortgage process works. So now that we actually have you in contract, we are going to send you a set of disclosures. And disclosures is a set stack of documents that you'll majority e-sign, but there'll be a couple forms that you actually have to hand sign. But a majority of your disclosures you'll get as e-disclosures, and you actually electronic sign those. What are the disclosures? It's this initial documentation that allows us to actually start moving forward with your loan and working on that file. In there, it'll also have some breakdowns of what the expected cost and fees, the rate, all that gets locked in at that point if you choose to do so. That is the beginning stages of your contract, or once you go under contract with your mortgage process, is getting those disclosures out to you. In that process, if we haven't already done like a credit file underwrite or something for you, or if we haven't already requested documentation, because sometimes folks go under contract before they even reach out to us, at that point we'll start needing to get some of your initial documentation out to you, and that's case by case. Everybody's file is a little bit different, but the most common things we have to reach out for: last 2 years tax returns with W-2s or 1099s, Schedule Cs or K-1s, last 2 months worth of bank statements or any other assets that you want to use as reserves or down payment, last 30 days worth of pay stubs, or if you're a Social Security recipient or you get VA benefits, your awards letter. That's the common stuff we have to get at the beginning of the process. Once we get through that, we start getting, your file then goes through the processing stage. What is processing? We have an amazing processor on staff that actually works with combing through the documentation that you turn in to make sure everything is prepped and in order and ready to go for the underwriter to review. At that point, when we're in the processing stage, the processor might reach out to you. I might reach out to you. The loan partners or loan officer assistants might reach out to you for additional documentation. They're just trying to get that in order for the underwriter. Next step is we get that submitted over to the underwriter for the conditional approval. And basically the underwriter reviews all the documentation we turn in at that point and actually issues the conditional approval. And what does conditional mean? You have an approval, but we also might have some conditions to satisfy. And conditions might be like, we need an updated bank statement, or we need to prove what this deposit was. So at that point, we might reach back out to you and ask for something. That's normal. Don't feel like anybody's picking on you or anything like that. We just have to package that properly to get it through the underwriting process to make sure it meets the program or the guidelines for the loan that we're doing. Just to let you know, like, the reason I wanted to share that with you, sometimes I get questions, hey Wes, why didn't you ask for all that at the beginning? It's because we didn't know what all was going to be needed at the beginning. Because when it goes to the underwriting process, that's when some more questions might come up. So I just want to share that with you. We ask for everything we know we'll need at the beginning, but throughout the loan process, things could come up. So as we are actually going through the loan process, there's 3 moving parts. There's the process that we're doing on the loan side, processing, underwriting, getting everything ready for clear to close so we can get you to the closing table. But there's 2 other parts that go along with that. One is the appraisal. So what the appraisal does, the appraisal gets assigned to a third-party appraiser. We legally can't have contact with them. It gets assigned to the closest to the property with the earliest availability. And the appraiser out there, their job is to go out there and prove the value of the home. So they pull the listing of what we call comps, which is homes sold in the area that are very similar, to get the average cost per square foot, and they actually assess the value of your home at that point. So you have the appraiser out there doing its part while we're doing our processing and underwriting, but then you also have the title company or the attorney or the lawyer that's doing the title search. And basically their responsibility is to search the deed of the property, the title of the property, to make sure there's no liens, tax liens, floating judgments out there that could attach to your property or anything like that. That way you make sure that you are getting a clean deed for your home with no legal issues tied to it. So that's what the title company does. They do that search with the courthouse and really dig deep to make sure that there's no issues with the title or the deed of the home. We all try to come together in the end, so that way we're all ready at the same time to get you to the closing table. And that's when you'll get an awesome bells and whistle phone call from me saying, hey, congratulations, you are clear to close. And at that point, we have met all underwriting conditions and we're ready to get you to the closing table. Through that, we like to periodically, often reach out to you just to let you know where we're at in the process. When things come in, like appraisals come in, you get a phone call from us saying, hey, your appraisal's in, or when the title comes in, you get a phone call. When it goes through underwriting, you get a phone call. We like to let you know. We practice open communication and full transparency with my team. We always want to make sure that you know the process and what everything's going through. But if there's ever anything that just feels weird, or if you have any questions or anything, just always reach out to us, because we have a team of experts on our staff that can answer. All of us are prepared to answer any questions that you have about your home loan process. So that, in a nutshell, is some of the behind the scenes stuff that we work on. We try to relieve any stress for you, so that way none of that gets passed down to you, because it can be a little crazy back here behind the scenes when we're getting this stuff done. But again, that's the home buying process. That's how it works. It's a mortgage process, how it works. And it's unique for everybody. So it can be stressful. It can be confusing. It is probably one of the largest purchases that you made in your life. And we try to make that an amazing, awesome experience every time that we do it. So with that, keep watching some of these modules. If you have any questions, like I said, always reach out to us. We're here to answer anything you might have. Thank you.